game, but surprise, surprise does come through. The Cho'Gath response once more, not a shocker.
Nope.
And so this game will actually functionally operate very similarly to the last one for Gen G and how their comp fights front to back. For Damwon Kia, they have a lot more safe, sustained damage, though, that they did not have last game. They have Hecarim, who can also be a great engage tool and disengage against what Gen G offer. And their ability to fight those really, really tight skirmishes around this Cho'Gath, it becomes so much easier with the Victor versus what we saw previously. So, yeah, I like this draft a lot more for Damwon Kia than the previous one. Good. There were a few blemishes, too, for Damwon Kia in that last game, like Khan's unfortunate missing of the last range minion to hit 6, ending up giving Rascal first blood. That's unlikely to happen this game. Crazy shockwave combo, into the knock-up there for Rascal and BDD. Another thing that's not going to happen this game, so Damwon Kia probably not going to be playing this mid-game with one hand tied behind their back either. So, much more exciting game, I think, on our hands here.
Yeah, exciting, or this, I feel like, might be the revenge of Damwon Kia, They
didn't commit anything in these summoner spells, and, this is just going to be like a potion trade, but losing control of that vision is kind of annoying. Here we go, though.
There's another level 1 flash to come out from a set. I feel like we see it every time. I've got Iroh flashbacks in the back of my mind. But Life is doing it this time, and of course we have to trust him. He's one of the best set supports in the league.
To get her reset on her jump. So a lot of kill pressure taken away.
Able to walk out. There's the rocket jump forward. Ruler knew that there must be a horse coming. As Canyon going to be able to get a bit of a red buff there as the exhaust is actually down.
Clid's coming.
Taking a bit of damage, and yeah, Clid was there for a moment, but Hobbs is just going to turn away.
You have given both scuttles up.
Whoa! Action. Another flash on forward as there's the rocket jump. They're trying to get onto Ruler, and they will do so as we trade immediately. Another rocket jump comes out, and that's a double for the Tristana. Well, not a double, but it's 2 kills for the bottom lane, and feels great for Damwon Kia.
And does respect that because he doesn't have flash, so he's even more so in that particular case.
Yep, another rocket jump here towards the bottom side of the map as now Life could be in trouble. No flash available as Gen G's going to move on in. Clid down here and just flashing the wall, looking to try and punish Canyon. They do so, double control wards into this brush as well. As 3 versus 2, it looks like Gen G is DK is still looking for this. But not going to be able to find a follow-up kill, so the horse rotating up.
No shockwave this time, Damwon Kia.
This will be a 5v5 eventually, but Ruler does need to get into position, and Beryl has said, well, he's not here yet. Let's go for some sort of fight, as there's the chain CC onto Life. Beryl not going to get Haymade this time. Canyon is going to grab himself the Eye of the Herald. And it looks like
we're going
back in. We're looking for more. As Khan throws himself forward. The Onslaught of Shadows is still there. But the Unstoppable Onslaught unable to get anything done at all, and that's just Khan kind of throwing his life away there.
Around the Rift Herald, try to guarantee it, secure it, but they end up getting hit by that Wombo combo with the Shockwave and the Rupture.
Yeah.
This time they felt confident they could turn that around here, in this case with their top lane matchup.
Well, yes. I mean, Infernal would also be pretty amazing with Tristana and Victor, as Life is just going to die. No, Buster Shot goes back, and Haymaker Shield going to be enough.
He has Flash, Ghost does, so he has to walk way back. Like, if he flashes and then just gets out.
Oh, Canyon's out of position, though. No Blast Cone, has to use his ultimate in order to get out, but yeah, he's pretty fast. When it comes to a running race, I don't know necessarily who's going to win. It's certainly harder for you to react, so it is more about that mind game.
This is actually, there's no vision here for Gen G. I think they're realizing this is happening, but it might be just a little bit too late, the rotation here, to prevent it.
Yep, not going to be taken there, as Clid's going to have to run away now as the Magnet Storm comes forward. Devastating charge good onto Life as he does try to taxi his way out with his ultimate, but the Onslaught of Shadows is going to be there. Ruler utilizing his ultimate very, very defensively, but does so beautifully as well, as there's the flash forward, and Ruler will survive in the end. Now Khan looking to try and get Rascal out of here. Damwon Kia, they lose Beryl, but they secure themselves the Dragon, and somehow Gen G limp away with all of their players intact. They're sitting on a lot of available flashes and a lot of available ultimates, as Beryl not with a lot of available health.
This is where Victor is going to get so much value, Atlas, in these fights. He's just going to keep pressing out Death Ray.
In goes the Onslaught of Shadows as well, as they want to take down the front line first. Beryl gets in towards the backside. BDD getting cancelled completely. And it's a double kill for Showmaker to start this one off. Khan now trying to deal with Ruler and Clear. Does have to flash to get himself out of the way as Rascal limps his way towards the backline once again. And Ruler still at full health, still scary. with some low health members of Damwon Kia, but they do eradicate 2 for the price of nothing. And Shirley is going to get work done in that mid lane, while Damwon Kia look to try and secure position on this one as, Khan looking to get that knock up onto Ruler. He sidesteps it quite nicely as now Beryl. He's in trouble. Might actually have to trade his life here, but no, Aftershock is going to be procced. And he will keep himself up as, oh my goodness, thanks to the blue buff, I guess.
Here comes
as
Rascal.
Teleports into the backline, does manage to take down the Rel, but he's traded himself. Void Monster for Horse, Clothes Lady. Not exactly the greatest as BDD turns up as well. Ruler looks to lock down the Tristana, does help BDD do so, as Khan wanting to put himself in amongst this one, and they take down Showmaker as well. The damage has been removed, and Klid survives the last Dragon auto attack. Khan limping away, and Genji steal the fight. I think that Klid has been playing this Udyr about as well as you can as I cast a curse him into oblivion. Showmaker comes on over, but he's running real quick. Showmaker eventually grabs it with a Chaos Storm of all things.
He almost got out of there too.
Yeah. And we'll see whether Klid can actually get towards that backline. Whether, Canyon looking to decide it for himself as BDD has to flash to get out of the fight, but it's just front to back, and it's beautiful for Damwon Kia in an instant. Genji are obliterated, and Ruler, supercharges to try and stay invisible, but that's the ace, and wait, this just could be the game.
It could be the game, and Canyon does it again. Game number 1, he was able to make it happen once when they were super behind. This time they're ahead enough that they are confident that Khan can tank these. Minions show up, and that is going to be the game. We're going to a game 3 Atlas.
I love that we were talking about backline access, and I'm like, Genji, they have no way to get into the backline. And then Canyon's like, but guess what I do? Just canters his way in there. A bit there, but it might be just the Showmaker show, which it is. But Ghost did do a fair bit of work, and as you can see, some justifiable frustration there from Ruler, who even on a Kai'Sa that wasn't fully online, was still able to get so much work done in those team fights. And when Genji were looking good, it was because he was able to skirt around and have the best positioning.
That was Genji versus Damwon Kia game number 2, and we saw why Damwon Kia is a world-class team here. And with that Thresh Fan in the first rotation, we saw a lot of shift down on the bottom lane, and we saw a very even matchup in most of the lanes in this game number 2. So because Damwon Kia was having a weak side lane matchup in the game number 1, they were not able to come back in the later phase of the game. So Damwon Kia focused on the lane priority much more compared to game number 1. For Damwon Kia, with that Thresh ban, they were forcing Ruler to play Kai'Sa, and then they were able to answer back with Tristana and Rel, one of the top tier bottom duo in the current meta. Maybe Gragas could have been a lot better pick instead of the Syndra in order to finish up their bottom duo comp for the side of Genji. And also, we have to keep in mind that the Orianna pick we saw in game number 1 also quite significant, but still, the fact that she was able to get a lot of work done was because that she had Jinx as the main DPS, but this time around, Kai'Sa didn't have enough defense tool. Well, Syndra was able to find some backup in the backline, but that was not as effective as Orianna in game number 1. So we had a lot of exciting team fights happening in this game. And because of the change down on the bottom lane, it was really interesting to see which team can start off with the lead. And Ghost and Beryl was able to take a huge step ahead in this 2-on-2 fight. Life, as one of the premier set player, was looking for a Hack Flash engage. But actually Ralph flashes forward to interrupt the Facebreaker stun. Facebreaker can find the stun if Seth can find both of the opponents on the both side of his hitbox, but this time around, because Rel was able to flash forward and find Kai'Sa in the backline, actually Damwon Kia was able to turn it around and pick up a double kill. So Beryl was really smart answering back that engage coming out from Seth with that Hack Flash combo. However, the game was going back and forth, and Genji looked to be having a lead in this game. But with a blink of an eye, Damwon Kia took the game number 2. But let's take a look at this highlight where Genji was able to actually play this teamfight fantastically. So in the get-go, Life went in order to draw some attention from the opponents, which allowed Damwon Kia to pick up a lot of kills right here. Syndra got disconnected from her teammates, so she was not able to get a lot of work done. Instead, she had to die over there. But because the fight got so extended, a lot of Genji teammates were able to rejoin this fight, and Ruler was so calm and collected, and he instead drew the attention of the opponents, and then Rascal joined this fight with his teleport. Well, Damwon Kia, in their perspective, they were focused on the right-hand side of the map, and then Syndra makes a surprise comeback as she TPs on the left-hand side of the map and joined this fight. And because the fight got too extended, you know, maybe they were caught up with the fight happening on the right-hand side of that river, but Syndra was able to enter that fight on the left-hand side of the map, and then well, they were able to turn the game around with some miracle combos that they prepared for that fight. So it was a very interesting fight, and also a game between top tier teams in the LCK. But in the end, Damwon Kia was able to take game number 2, and Damwon Kia is fighting up against themselves in order to break their own record. And Canyon picks up that POG on Hecarim. 80%, higher than 80% kill participation, and whenever Canyon plays Hecarim, it looks even more OP compared to other players. Every time Canyon goes in, he's able to make their opponents disconnected, and that's why BDD got caught up in the fight. And then it was really interesting to see because Rel pulls Udyr back, but because just Udyr is so fast, he was able to actually run away, and then a massive flank angle came in clutch in order to lock down that win over to Damwon Kia. Was the highlight of his performance on Hecarim. Hecarim and Rel together looks really powerful because Hecarim first can kind of make the opponents get disconnected, and then Rel can go in and find the massive engage. And 749 is the POG vote secured by Canyon, and Ghost is having his birthday today, so let's find out if Damwon Kia can get him a birthday present.